Why did taking away my skateboard lead to life or death? My parents saw one YouTube video of a kid falling from a skateboard and decided that skateboards were death machines. I loved skateboarding so much that I used to sleep with my board and even drew faces on it based on what emotion my skateboard was feeling that day. But one day I came home and ran into the garage only to find that they literally donated my precious board to Goodwill while I was at school. I cried and begged them to get it back, but they flat out refused. "We're doing this to save your life," Mom said. Skateboarding is basically asking for a traumatic brain injury. Dad backed her up with articles about skateboarding accidents and how his coworker's son broke his wrist doing a simple ollie. The fact that millions of kids skated without dying apparently meant nothing to them. The worst part was that the board they gave away was given to me by Grandpa before he died. I used it daily to skate when I took our dog Galaxy on walks, but even that meant nothing to them. Now, I just sat in my room in silence, mourning like I'd lost the closest friend I ever had. 3 weeks into my forced early retirement, my cousin Ronnie visited from college. He found me in my room, staring at old videos of Grandpa and me at the skate park. "This is insane," he said after I explained everything. "They sold Grandpa's board, the one that he painted specifically for you?" That evening, while my parents were at their anniversary dinner, Ronnie slipped me his old setup, a beaten up but functional board he'd kept in his trunk. "I outgrew this years ago anyway," he whispered. "Just keep it hidden and only use it when they're at work. Every kid needs something he loves." I tucked it under my bed behind winter clothes and old textbooks. My heart was racing like I was hiding contraband. For weeks, it stayed there untouched, a secret lifeline I was too scared to use. But knowing it was there, knowing I hadn't completely lost that connection, kept me sane. Some days after school, when my parents were still at work, I'd pull it out just to feel the grip tape under my fingers, to spin the wheels and remember what freedom sounded like. I'd stand on it in my room, practicing balance, feeling Grandpa's presence in the familiar stance. The board became my secret rebellion, my quiet resistance to their suffocating protection. But I never knew that my secret would end up actually saving someone's life. I was doing homework at the kitchen table when I heard our neighbor frantically knocking on our door. She screamed that she'd accidentally left our shared gate open while bringing in groceries, and she'd seen our dog Galaxy make a run for it. My heart stopped. I ran outside to see him sprinting down the street, chasing a squirrel with pure joy, completely oblivious to danger. Our neighborhood sat right against the busiest avenue in the city, 6 lanes of traffic that never stopped, never slowed. I called my mom immediately, my voice cracking with panic. "Galaxy's out! He's heading toward the highway!" I heard her gasp, yelling at Dad, both of them saying they were leaving work immediately. But Galaxy was already 3 blocks away and gaining speed. The avenue was 8 blocks from our house, and Galaxy was zigzagging after the squirrel, sometimes stopping to sniff things, but always continuing toward the sound of traffic. My parents were at least 10 minutes away, stuck in downtown traffic. I stood frozen on our lawn, watching Galaxy get further away. At his current pace, he'd reach the highway in maybe 2 minutes. There was no way I could catch him on foot. He was too fast. That's when my body moved before my brain caught up. I sprinted back to the house, crashed through my bedroom door, and yanked Ronnie's skateboard from under the bed. I threw it down on the road and pushed off harder than I ever had in my life. The world narrowed to just wheels on asphalt as I flew down the street, building speed with each desperate push. I could see Galaxy's golden fur in the distance, getting closer to those 6 lanes of death. I hit the slope before the avenue at full velocity, crouching low, the board singing beneath me. The squirrel darted into traffic just as I reached Galaxy. In one fluid motion, I grabbed his collar and pulled him against my chest, both of us tumbling onto the grass beside the sidewalk as cars roared past where he would have been. Galaxy licked my face, tail wagging, completely unaware he'd been 1 second from running into traffic. I held him tight with my whole body shaking.